So yesterday I was feeling a little bit like a raw nerve, and I have to admit, I'm a little embarrassed that I may have revealed too much, about my home life, my family, my mother. Um, but also, this is Joe in real life, right? And that's part of real life. And uncomfortable though it may be, I think that if there's a point to these videos, some of it has to be that. It has to be being vulnerable, being exposed, um, opening up not only for my own growth, but for guidance, like from all of you, And it's a hell of a thing for a man, I think. Probably for anyone, but I think especially for a man, having no wish now to be, sexist or what have you, but we don't crowdsource our problems typically. We have our close cadre of friends and whatnot, but even amongst them, we often posture more than we share, And I don't know. I almost said I outgrew that, but it's less a growing and more, I just don't have interest in it. I don't get anything out of it anymore. I think sometimes the message loses its meaning upon repetition. And certainly I've repeated that pattern enough times to find it essentially white noise at this point. Or worse, a thing I don't even notice and hear at all. So while yes, a little embarrassing, a little exposed, perhaps a little more of my life out there than I'm comfortable with, but also I'm good, I'm happy. Today was the pull day, so I wanted to go for a max out in my bent over row. You'll see that in a little bit. I just squatted up to my daily minimum. And this was like a generously low max out, I'm pretty sure I've rowed 100 kg before. A cheat row, which is really all I do for rows. And today I got up to 185 for 3, which that's pretty good for me, like that's body weight. And I only wanted to go for 1, but it was well under control, Now, if you've been watching this for a little while, I haven't been doing much in the way of rows lately. So I'll say 2.5 weeks ago when I started this, I could have definitely also done 185. I had 1 comfortable rep for sure, but not 3. And I gotta say, it felt pretty good. It felt pretty good to have it under that kind of control today. Like they were 3 strong, relatively easy reps. Next week I'll deload, and then in the 3 weeks following, I'm really gonna push for something, really gonna try and gas out the old man. And yeah, I think I'll hit 100 kg again, if not a little better. So that feels good. It feels good that the strength is coming back, And my tendonitis is still being a little bitch, but it's not so bad that I can't work, And rows are definitely an awkward choice for the elbow tendonitis. But honestly, they felt great today. I would credit the high rep work for that. But also, I'm just a dummy making guesses here. This is the Wenning warm-up. So I'm doing dumbbell presses with some real sissy weight. Those are 20s. I'm getting 25 reps. And then I switch over to pullovers. I believe I used 30 for that. And then just banded tricep push downs rather. 3 sets of 25, no breaks, just powering through. And this is not heavy work. This is pump work. This is burn work. Gets the body nice and warmed up, so that maybe that tendonitis doesn't cause me that big of a problem. And I'm very pleased to report that it worked exceedingly well. The pulls felt great. I was super warm, and I was able to go for something, which, that's not always the case. Now, I did not film this at a great angle, but my feet are posted. The knee crease is about 90 degrees. I'm staying strong through the midsection. I got a pretty good ab burn on this. And I'm going for a deep stretch here, but it's more about just getting blood in the tissue, getting blood in my lats, getting blood in my shoulders and my triceps, making sure my body's got the motor patterns firing and I have good integrity. Is pullover a great warm-up for bent over rows? I don't think so, not especially, but I cycled it in today for novelty, and I just wanted to do it. That's part of this for me. Those of you who've been following on for a minute will know that. I haven't done them in a while with any real weight or any real reps, and I just wanted to, and I allow myself that kind of flexibility to keep my enjoyment up, I think typically I do a bent over dumbbell row with the same weight I bench with, and I go for 25 reps, and I just treat it like a burner, not exactly full range of motion because I want to keep tension on the joints and in the muscles, but pretty close, as close as I can reasonably maintain. I also do them relatively fast because the point is being warm. The point, like I said, blood flow, and not not trying to check boxes for the form police. I believe this is 135, yep, and I think I take 3 here. I like to stand on a block. I don't really need to with this kind of weight because the range of motion is pretty limited, but it drives me crazy when the plates hit the floor, and that's the only reason. I'm on the bendier side, so I got to be somewhat mindful, and it just fucks up my momentum, my cadence. The sound pulls me out of what I'm doing, and so on the block. The block is a little wobbly. It's not a great choice, but that's what I'm on. This is 155. I think I only take 2 for this. I wasn't yet convinced that this was going to go very well. Actually, those reps look great. You'll notice there's a little body English on this movement. I suffer no guilt or stress about that. I think when you're at weights around your actual body weight and you're doing them like this, a little body English is pretty necessary. I believe this is 170, and I think I go for 2 again. Those also look good. Those didn't feel great, but they look pretty good. And I jump up to 185. Yep, for the shorts. I apologize. And yeah, man, these felt awesome. I was super warm, super primed at this point. I had a good attitude. I was feeling strong. I'm watching them for the first time, same as you. So we'll do a little form check here. I'd like my back a little straighter than that, but perfect. Yeah, very happy with it. Anyway, this is Joe in real life. I love you guys. Be good to each other today. I'll talk to you tomorrow.